Hello, Cancer, Karo here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Forces at Work Love Tarot reading for the month of October 2025. You versus them. One of the signature readings of my channel. And here we go. I'm gonna now introduce you the placements of this spread, so you can understand how actually reading functions. So in this reading, our first position is your current state, your current situation. This is going to represent their current state, their current situation. We have also what you want, your intention, motivation, and what they want, their intention, motivation. So, how do they feel towards you? How do you feel towards them? What you need? This has a more. This has more of like a spiritual guidance actually. Also, of course, some tangible things can also appear. We will see, and this is going to represent what they need. At this point, actually, let's give it as angel message there too. So I will be, excuse me, I will be interpreting the message with the angel card. So happy to do that. And I'm going to now continue with the position. So your next move, Cancer, their next move. Plus, we have also your hopes and fears and their hopes and fears. This reading, of course, now we will perform it as a general reading, but when in private, we also adjust the cards for your own personal story because there can be some additional things there, and in a way we are tailoring it for you. So if you consider one private reading with this spread adjusted to your own specific situation, please let me know. The information is at the description box below. Now let's give each card a Sibylla. This is going to also reveal the context. Actually, I need to add two more cards. I'm going to now add two more cards. So the first card will represent the forces in between you with this person, and this is going to represent the outcome of that forces, which is like a relationship outcome. So you have like the forces at work. Okay, and this is also a nice part of this reading as well. So I am ready, and if you are ready, let's go, Cancer. Welcome, October 2025. Forces at Work Love Tarot reading. Your current situation, your current state, their current state, and their current situation. Let's begin from the first position. So, your current state, your current situation, Cancer, we have the Three of Swords clarified by Mercante reversed. Their current state, their current situation. We have the Queen of Swords clarified by Deliranti. Okay. Now let's check your current state and current situation now. You are in heartbreak, Cancer, and it seems there is also disappointment in that. Because something has turned upside down when it comes to Mercante. So it can be the deals with this person, values it can be. Mercante is more has a transactional energy. It can be quite what we give, like our expectations or how much you were invested, what they put or brought, or your efforts and how did they also respond to that. So it seems there has been an unfair exchange here. Um, this may, of course, feel like you have been shortchanged emotionally. Um, and yeah, the betrayal of trust, the unfair exchange brought, I think, pain here. And I feel like you were so much emotionally, materially also invested in this, but uh, it's not returning the value you expected. And here, talking about values, values can be also, I mean, yes, we have mercante here, but values here, things which may be like more of like a abstract concepts, but they are like functioning in the tangible world. So it seems something didn't return the value you expected. Okay, now their current state, their current situation, there you go, they are standing very rational with the Queen of Swords, right? Very detached they seem currently. And this is clarified by Deliranti, which is the card of erratic energy. Very, it's madness, usually confusion. But this is, they seem to be rational and detached, but deep down, I think they are very unstable. Yes, on the surface, they appear logical, they appear cutting, they, um, Queen of Swords can be also, can give us a reasoning, but it seems underneath the energy is a bit spinning, it's a bit chaotic, and it can be quite emotionally unbalanced too. This is a person, usually I will tell you something, they're gonna tell you everything in a very logical way, let's say. Like, you may listen them and say, okay, this person seem to be what they are, what they seem to be knowing what they will do. They are speaking with assurance, but deep down, they act like they know actually nothing, or they don't know what they are doing. So there is a shaky foundation there. Your energy here comes of in the heartbreak um, status, and it can be also, uh, I am undervalued. I'm feeling cheated. You know, but their energy is like very cool logic here. We can say, but inside there is absolutely inner chaos there. Okay, now the next positions, what you want, your intention, motivation. Cancer, what you want, your intention, motivation. We have the world, clarified by Il Pensiero. Their intention, motivation, and what they want. We have the Knight of Cups, clarified by Il Ladro reversed. Wow. Just looks like I need a tissue. Hold a sec, Cancer. Okay. Now, Cancer, what you want here, your intention. This is mm, okay. So il pensiero, your motivation here is like a closure, maybe in a official way, in a serious, structured way, because, or like, but it needs to maybe produce some kind of a resolution there. Like, you don't want half finished stories here. You don't want loose ends. You want the cycle tied off properly, the world. Um, and this can come with clarity maybe for you, and also accountability. uh, Usually we cancers give the other person really clear definition in this kind of subjects. We don't actually run away. We Cancer, to be Cancer, I mean, at most, I'm speaking, of course there can be exceptions, but it's like we need to do that speech. We need to be, especially if you have also a Mercury in Cancer, you need to acknowledge that. You need to give your side of the story with what you also feel. Like, this is not just something you will go unnoticed, I do feel. But when you do these type of things, it's usually, here in this case, the desire, your intention is to feel this chapter has been truly completed for you with dignity, maybe. Okay, so this can be also the case, but you want clarity and accountability here. Their intention, motivation, what they want. Now, Knight of Cups here talks about emotional openness and its romance and connection, but you have an Illadro reverse there. Now, Illadro is reversed, so if there has been a situation, actually they may want this without deceit, betrayal, or dishonesty. Like, um, of course, your situations may differ, but this general reading tells about a person whose intention is to come forward with sincerity and to approach the situation without trickery. Um, they may not have hidden agenda. Like, there is a this you know opening up energy. Like, how to say, they want to prove something there. Like, they want to prove their emotional gesture is not something tainted by past dishonesty or past things that they have done to you. So um it's like you are actually waiting for some kind of explanation so that you can also acknowledge yourself there, you know? And maybe at that point you want a person in front of you who has a bit openness to receive that. But the world and imparciero, for some of you, can be accountability. I want this person to take accountability. A resolution, but also closure it can be. But the other cards also tell us, what it is all about. But this person is more about, like, this time, with openness, without hidden motives. I am motivated to offer openness, emotional openness, and romance, they say. Now let's continue with the next position. So, how do they feel towards you? They feel Nine of Swords, clarified by Donna Maritata. Your feelings towards them, we have the Hermit, clarified by Viaggio reversed. Okay, so I can understand their feelings. Now, they feel a deep anxiety and sleeplessness, like this feeling sleepless worry. They feel sleepless worry, I can say. Now, there is a here a woman with duty, you see, with responsibility, the married woman. So their feelings towards you is tied to a guilt or fear about commitment, not being able to deliver a responsibility, not being able to commit to that obligation. Maybe in the past, like, they couldn't meet that obligation, they couldn't meet that responsibility, they couldn't meet that commitment, and there is a guilt and fear about that. So maybe resentment too. I think you are weighing heavily on their conscience, Cancer. And that's actually Cancer's number one effect on people. Cancers come really pure emotion. And this, whatever they do, the other person, really, when they witness that, it feels heavy on their conscience. And some people even don't have the capacity for that, but they are, I think, feeling you that they let you down, Cancer. uh like even the thought of it, like bringing them pressure that they cannot escape. And your feelings towards them, we have the withdrawn and introspective hermit, and we have the journey card flipped here. Now your emotions with this person is not moving forward with the hermit energy. I think instead it's more of like, and the momentum card is also upside down here. So here you can find the energy of emotions not moving forward. I think instead they are stalled. Um, it's like to be stuck in that completion idea. So you feel the need to, I think, pull back, analyze, hermit, and reflect. But this is not about feeling like making a progress towards other person. It's as if emotionally you are saying, I need to go inward, but I cannot travel further this path with you right now. So this is how we can translate it. But see, please, how their energy is super anxious and feeling guilty and restless, and how you are withdrawn and reflective and not progressing towards them emotionally. Okay, now let's go to the next messages, and this is what you need. Cancer, you need Knight of Pentacles, clarified by La Donna di Servizio. And we have also Archangel Oracle, comfort, Archangel Azrael. I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal, it says. And what they need Six of Cups, clarified by Militare. Yeah, Militare. This is and Archangel cards. It says to them, remember who you are. Archangel Michael, you are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. It says. Oh wow. Okay. Now let's talk about what you need first. I got a lot of Knight of Pentacles in this Forces at Work series this month. A couple of cards comes always very dominant, and Knight of Pentacles is the winner this October. Cancer, you need a steady, a loyal, and dependable energy. Period. Um, La Donna di Servizio, which can be helpful and dedicated. So it's like longing for someone who shows up in life with practical ways. Um, the need to have that consistency, the need to have reliability, the need to have that dependability. And I think the Oracle also deepens this message because it says you need healing, comfort, and gentle support, basically. Uh, yeah, the gentle support. When that comfort is also that comfort zone. Um, there is a lot of criticism around comfort zone in last maybe 4 or 5 years. Everyone is like getting out of your comfort zone. But the thing is, for things to grow and prosper and flourish, they need that comfort too. It's like a seed, flower seed. So you need to put it somewhere uh, stable and dependable, not somewhere like flexible. changing the light every time, you know, this is like a growth energy. So you grow in that comfort too. And when it's time, you break it, right? But for now, for things to heal, um, you need that comfort. Plus, you need that gentle support. This is a so I mean, this is really you know, cancers in general. By the way, whatever they go through at this time of the year, I think cancers really need that because the Jupiter in Cancer made them like in super disclosure and exposure, so they need that. Um, so you need a dependable presence of a person, and this is gonna also mend your heart, Cancer. What they need reconnection with the past and reconciliation. It's a The past is a place where one can also return to that innocence. Um, and militare here, the force, the duty, the rigidity energy. So their need actually here is tied to order, discipline. I don't know if they have a coming from any militaristic family or if there is some kind of a military past they have, but um, or they maybe grow in it. But um, there is a need for discipline and order. I think this person may crave a sense of control over their emotions, or like there is some kind of a structured way to revisit the past for them, and they need that. It's military makes it a bit controlled, you know, it does not make you really go astray in the past or something. um it's like a past that needs to be examined with that having lessons discipline, you know. The sometimes it's a Saturnian need. They need maybe now right now Saturn in Pisces, I think, and Saturn will be in Pisces until February 2026. So it's gonna switch to Aries again. So whatever that Saturn falls in their chart, they need to also practice that. Plus, why by the way the association with the past happens? Because this is gonna remind them who they are actually. It's gonna remind them their strength, their love, the value, and they need to remember that they are not defined by duty, by guilt. Like they need to remember they are lovable at their core, you know, something in that nature. It was quite interesting. So let's go to the next message. Your next move. Your next move. There you go. Four of Pentacles clarified by Letterato. Their next move. Three of Cups clarified by Amore reversed. Okay. Well, this card reminds me your Hermit, by the way. Another stable energy. Okay, so your next move, you are holding tightly, Cancer. You're holding tightly. And I think you are moving towards protecting yourself. Again, analyzing the situation, letterato, like you are doing in the Hermit's here. You may, after analyzing the situation, you may maybe have a good understanding. You don't seem to be opening up here. you may be clinging to what you know, and you keep control of that. It seems you are choosing to research, study. There is a reflection here, observation. You are not a risk taking here. You are not after some adventures. So this is a defensive state. Your next step is actually to stay defensive, very protective. I will stay safe. I will first learn before act. And here, you may also have some maybe papers, documents, or you are like gathering information, or there is something you are holding you don't want to give away. Like there is this need to stick on something. Um, and your movement is pretty much around that. So we have their next move, Three of Cups and Reverse Amore. Uh, Now, this is a very social card. Three of Cups is their, I think, social sphere, or like two more friends they see, or there is a group of people there, and it seems celebratory. But the love and affection in that space is very unstable, and it can be shallow, and it can be insincere. And they may, I feel like, distract themselves in that social circles or friendships without really true love behind it. They need to be in friendship circles or celebratory atmosphere with really authentic people, true people. True love energy needs to be there. So their step, their next step may look very cheerful. You may like see them among people, but actually emotionally, it does not hold that warmth it pretends to. So their next move is like they will be participating in something maybe, but that there is going to be love will be missing there. Okay, your energy is very guarded, very analytical, and you are holding tightly to what you know. But their next move is more of like a lightness and distraction and socially distracted energy, because there is no true heart, I do feel, behind it. It's maybe just the appearances. Okay, now next messages. Your hopes and fears. We have the Eight of Wands clarified by Lamante, their hopes and fears. We have the Seven of Cups clarified by Stanza. Wow. Your message is super clear to me when it comes to your hopes and fears. I feel like you are um, hoping for forward movement and progress, especially maybe when it comes to communication or showing up. And this is, of course, centered around love. Um, there is something, your hope is maybe something advancing. Like there is this need to have passion or connection, communication. But the fear is that it all happens too fast and it overwhelms you and you become burnout, and all like the research reflection of taking a space is not really it really burns out everything. It's like you long for that love's fire, maybe in a song, in a musical instrument, in a cozy place, but you are also fearing how unpredictable it can go because you don't want to lose control. But yeah, deep down there is a hope for, I think, a connection. And also, Lamante can be also the lover, not your energy. It can be how you want to acknowledge yourself. Like, can you really get your message across? Maybe with songs, maybe with something lyric, maybe artistically. Okay. So there is a really a need for expression there, actually. On the other hand, their hopes and fears, we have the Seven of Cups with the reversed stanza. Now, they hope for options, they hope for some possibilities here. But with the reverse stanza, which is the room for intimacy and privacy, I think their fear is that too many choices can lead to maybe isolation or confusion when it comes to behind the closed doors. So they may hope for emotional variety there. And remember, they had the Knight of Cups here too. So they may hope for the emotional variety, but they may fear making the wrong choice in intimate or private matters. It can be like stepping in maybe for so much. Uh, and let's say you get a chance, but then you have this fear of, oh, was that wrong choice? So I think their struggle is with illusions versus reality. They hope for more, but also fear they gonna lost in that fantasy. So this is what we can say about that. Now, the most striking part, the forces in between you, this is your shared energy. The forces in between you is Six of Wands clarified by, yeah, Six of Roses, Six of Wands clarified by Amalato. And the outcome of this energy is, wow, the star and messaggere. The star and messaggere is your outcome, Cancer. Wow. From this to this. Okay, so the shared energy here, as we said, forces is, you know, people wanting to be seen in their amalato when they are vulnerable and sick, in their weakness, maybe. But this can be also, Six of Wands is also the card of recognition, it's the card of victory. Um, this victory can come through struggle. This being seen can come through struggle, or how you really acknowledge the other can come through struggle. It can come through with fragility. Like both of you want to be acknowledged, validated, celebrated. Maybe there are some egos at play there too, but the connection, I think, carries a amalato, a sickly undertone. Like the truth is fragile, and it can be also tainted by past and past wounds, insecurities. Like there is a push to stand tall, but within you there is this knowing that weakness is still lingering there. So a person actually wanted to be accepted with their both victories and losses, and to be accepted with their vulnerabilities, insecurities, and like who they are and how they will be, because it cannot be right now is maybe the truly the people's best version. So those sicknesses underneath needs to be acknowledged. It shouldn't be run away from. And I think it does. I mean, that's why that vulnerability, I think, comes out. And when it comes out, now this is important, but not in a clingy way, not in a demanding way. It's a way to to own this thing, okay? To owning it, and not with projection onto the other person, but owning it. And when you do that, it becomes the star and messaggere. The outcome brings healing and hope and guidance. So this is a beautiful close, I think, because there is messages of hope, communication. This can bring clarity. It can bring a chance for spiritual renewal. Yes, the path has been maybe so much painful, but I think this October carries a sense that, like the Simit song, there is a light that never goes out. And there is light, there is guidance. There is still something worth believing in. Um, though your hurt here is, you know, is there. I mean, um, in the beginning there was betrayal and trust, but they were cold and unstable. So you want your dignity, even like in a closure, you want things with dignity. They want to show sincerity, their anxious feelings, yours introspective energy, guarding, analyzing, they socialize. You really hope for the passion to be in motion. They fear in confusion in their choices, but the fragile victory that something goes successful, but you show your wounds. You win it, but you show your wounds. And yeah, it may be shadowed by weakness, they may say, but actually it's a fragile victory, and I think it's really valuable and beautiful. And then a hopeful communication, I think, paves the way. So there is some kind of a renewal you can find out of this Cancer. Thank you so much, Cancer, for tuning in. I hope you find your reading insightful for October 2025. You can always uh, of course, watch the free readings in the channel. But if you would like to have a personal or private reading with me, check the description box below to see how things operate. Thank you so much, Cancer. Take care. Bye.